I used to be a coffee drinker in the morning, and then a friend of mine introduced me to an all-natural, non-GMO product that makes a line of energy drinks, and they're delicious. Not only that, they bring oxygen to the brain, and there is caffeine in it, but it's derived from natural sources. So you don't only get a coffee buzz, you get real sustainable energy that lasts. And I have two every morning. The little container of capsules that you were looking at, it's called MetaBurn. It assists in a good metabolism, and it does help with weight loss, and it does have energy making natural caffeine as well, and I take that one time every day. What I wanted to talk to you today about is the fact that everybody who has the desire to be in nature all the time, or the desire to travel all the time, there's usually two things that accompany those thoughts. You either have to live in your vehicle, such as your van or your SUV, or maybe even you have an RV. And people think that, oh, I have to sell my house and move right in. And that is not the case. I have children, so of course, me and my two kids cannot live in our van as much as I would love to. Someday I will. So I have to keep a sticks and bricks house, and I do. I love where I live. It's a great neighborhood, but we're hardly there. Right now it's a lot more affordable than an RV would, so I'm going to keep things the way they are for the moment. But it does not take living in a vehicle or living in an RV to get out in nature and enjoy it. What you do have to do is create and make the time to be in your vehicle. You have to create and make the time to be in the mountains. And if I can do it, I'm a single parent, one income, no assistant or anything like that. If I can do it, if I can get myself in these mountains every day, if I can enjoy some great scenery and a great life to go along with it, you can too. Now, it may take time, but it can be done. Once upon a time, I used to be like the average American and work 40 hours a week, 5 days a week away from home. And what a struggle that was. Just leaving the house, spending all that money on gas, going to a place that I worked and made somebody else wealthy. And I was mostly unhappy working like that, or working for other people. So I had to adopt the remote working lifestyle. I started researching this before I fell in love with mountains and being in nature all the time. All that came later. So hopefully this information I'm sharing will help you do it sooner rather than later like I did. Now, if you want to free up your schedule more, a great way to do that is to work remotely. There's a lot of different companies out there that are hiring remotely right now, and that is super awesome. I love that, because when I went looking for those jobs, they were very hard to find. I'm a persistent person, and I did not give up until I found something, but still they were very hard to find. Nowadays, not so much. Now, I'm not going to sit here and tell you what kind of schedule to create and to do it this way or to do it that way, because you have to find out what schedule it is that's going to work for you. But as a single parent with 2 school-aged children and lots of bills and only one income and no other resources to latch onto, I figure I'm a good person to speak about that. So here's what I did. I picked a schedule that gave me 4 days off a week. Now, I started this because I remember friends and family, when they worked at factories and warehouses, they would say, oh, I'm 3 on and 4 off. That usually means they work 3 12-hour shifts or 4 12-hour shifts, and then do it off and on that way. I used to think, wow, why would anybody do that? Well, now I know why, because it gives you more days off a week. So I am lucky enough to make an hourly wage that is kind of above average. But I also live beneath my means as much as possible as well. And that's an important part all about this whole deal. We're all about traveling on the cheap. We're all about getting out in nature without spending a bunch of money. And it took me a while to figure everything out, but I'm handing you the information right here. So I do hope you get it done quicker than I was able to. Now, my work schedule is 30 hours a week, and I'm able to get by on that because my hourly is a little bit higher. I work 3 10-hour shifts back to back. That's 30 hours a week, and that gives me 4 days off per week. I moved to an area as close as I possibly could get to the Smoky Mountains. I lived here the first time around for 5 years, and then the fires happened and I moved away, and I missed it so much, and it was such a vital part of my soul that I came back. So here I am. And I'm all better for everything, you know. All the challenges that I went through to get to this point, to be able to find the perfect job and to be able to get my schedule the way it is great. So I'm so thankful. I'm thankful for my life every day. I'm thankful that I get to wake up and come out here every day. And, you know, every time I get out here, whatever's going on in my life or in the world, it's like it all disappears. That's how strong my vibe is with nature. And I want you to have that too, because it's such a healing process. If you've been somebody that's been through trauma or been through abuse of any kind, this is going to be your ticket to heal. So now that I have been in the groove of this type of schedule for a while, and now that I have succumb to the vibe and the sounds of nature, what is my life like? My life is spectacular, let me tell you. And I am not just saying that just to say it to make it look good on YouTube. I'm a single parent. You can imagine how stressful that is, without any additional stressors added on to that as well. But I will tell you, because I gave in to my love and my passion, the Smoky Mountains especially, and to be in nature and adventure and explore, every negative feeling, every bad mood, just about, I am human, I do get angry sometimes, but every unfiltered negative thing that could, does, and ever has ever happened to me has been washed away. What is the downside? There really isn't any downsides except for the fact that there's no internet. You're gonna have to learn to get in contact with nature and your inner being, and that's where you're gonna figure everything out. But is it really a loss? Is there something wrong with that? Why did we even lose that anyway? Just because the internet came along, we decided to get out of nature and get into cities and, you know, live a hectic hustle and bustle life? One thing that I am very grateful for is the fact that I woke up and realized that I didn't have to live like that anymore. Another thing I'm grateful for is that I'm a creator. I am responsible for everything that happens to me and to my kids. And if I'm stressed out and not in a good place mentally, they're going to be stressed out too, and I can't have that. So that is my story. Thank you for coming and checking out Smoky Mountain Nature YouTube channel. I do hope you will take the time to like and subscribe, and more so, I hope you will take the time and try to figure out how to get yourself out here as well. It's been a pleasure all. Have a great day.